What is up, YouTube? Doing a different video today. I'm making some content in regards to the Samoan Rugby team, which is where I first started when I used to do videos back 2011. And that was where I built my first platform on this YouTube scene. So I thought I'd get back to that, being that this is my first rugby game I was able to watch for quite a few years. I kind of dropped off rugby, but Samoan Rugby team is still one of my passionate teams that I support through thick and thin. It's been pretty quiet on the scene for the last few years. They've been pretty inactive, apart from a few games here and there because of COVID and all that. Their rank has slipped. I think they're 13th now, but at one point they were 17th, which is the lowest that they've ever been. So Samoan Rugby, in terms of their performance, has taken a nosedive as of late for numerous reasons. But things have happened in the last few years, which can, I believe, turn the tide for Samoan Rugby, being that they now have a Super Rugby franchise in Moana Pacifica, and now that the big change was that the eligibility laws has been changed so that now that players who play for Tier 1 teams can switch after a stand-down period to Tier 2 teams, which is huge, something that the island teams have been begging for the longest time. So now we can get players that have been discarded from teams like Australia A and New Zealand, which is definitely going to bolster our ranks come World Cup time. But I want to talk about the latest game between, I just finished watching Australia A and Samoa, the opening game of the Pacific Nations Cup. Now, for me, it was good to get back to watching my beloved team play again. It's been a long time, like I said, and it seems like they've rebranded themselves. They used to be Moana Samoa, now it's Lakapi Samoa. Got a new kit, new look, new coaching staff with Seila Mapasua, a player that is highly respected. I think Tanu Manga and maybe even Henry Schwager is in there as part of their staff. So, things have changed for the Samoan Rugby team in terms of their management and their coaching staff. And today it seemed like so far it's looking the goods. They came away with a big win over Australia A, which is quite a strong outfit. And they looked clinical, they looked poised, they looked, there was nothing fancy with the way they played. They were playing the percentages, and it's looked positive. It was good to see. The set piece worked well from a line-out perspective. Their scrum was very shaky. The back line seemed to be, they didn't do anything crazy or anything outlandish, but they seemed to cohese pretty well together. Didn't seem like they had the blistering pace out wide that would be ideal, but there's nothing flash about their performance. But they were able to put the phases together. Their loose forwards looked good. Their second rowers looked good. It was a good performance across the board, minus some mistakes. That kick and chase that led to the Australia try, I felt like there was a bit of lack of effort. That could have been better. Their scrum, that's an area I think that needs to improve. But as a whole, there's lots of positives to come away with a win against a very strong Australia A team. Very exciting times to be a Samoan Rugby fan, and I might even start getting active doing this as a side gig. I mainly focus on my Raiders, but this is definitely, like I said, where I started in this YouTube game, and maybe it's time I get back to it. So I'm happy to see the Samoan Rugby team back on the map, back playing successfully with a big win over Australia A. Seeing some of their new stars coming into it. Anari, their halfback, he was a go, impressed me. And the other guy that came off the bench, Taumatini, I think his name is, he looked pretty good. The starting hooker, Selala Lamb, is that Pat Lamb's son? Probably, maybe Jack Lamb's brother. He looked pretty good. I thought he did well at the line-out, and his throws were accurate, as well as when they were mauling at the start, mauling effectively. he was controlling it well, and he actually scored a touchdown, talking about American football, a try from the back of the mall. So that was good to see. I thought he looked really, really good as that starting hooker. Fritz Lee looked pretty good. I believe that was his first game. Nigel Awong, he's another guy I thought did okay. The first five, Iona, I think he looked pretty good. I was pleased with the combination of halfback and first five. I thought they were able to play very well. Defense, I liked their defense. I liked how they were rushing to the point of attack and causing disruption. At times, the Australia A team seemed to be a little bit in disarray, but when they did put it together, that was when they started to really get upfield and make the most of their opportunity, scoring some pretty good tries, like in terms of a flash perspective. I can appreciate that, but as a whole, for Samoa to steal the win at the end, with the interception by Nigel Awong when the Australia A guy was trying to offload to his winger, and Nigel Awong was there. Thank you very much. Ran 5 meters, scored the try. So that was. I thought there was still going to be a minute to play on the clock, but happy to seal the win. I'm hoping that's the win that will continue to trend for us. For our rugby team to trend upwards and bring us back from the brink and back to where we once were. Back to being a force. A team that can compete with the best of them, which we haven't been for the last decade. It's been pretty heartbreaking to see the decline of Samoan Rugby, but I'm hoping this is the catalyst that can springboard us back to our glory days. So I'm Afakasi Raider. Leave your comments down below, how you felt watching them play and of the game, and whether or not you believe that this is, as I said, the start of the rise back to the promised land for Samoa Rugby as a whole. I'm Afakasi Raider, Tai Lava Fa, and we'll catch you next time. Le malosi,